MB Enclosures has his own YouTube channel, and this guy is an animal when it comes to designing boxes.
Unbelievable. I couldn't even believe that there was 2 8s in there.
This guy right here is doing something special.
I welcome y'all to MBE. What you about to see, box building in a different league. In this SQL scene, believe that money ain't a thing when it comes to its kings. Now that's fact, not fiction. Call 44694 48 then 18. Don't matter, you got 4 8s or 1 8 or anything between. He got what you need.
This is my crew. This is my gang. These are my kings.
Is the DD 2508 a 10-inch? I know this has been going on for years. People are saying it's not really a true 8. It is a 10-inch because it's closer to the corner of a 10 than it is an 8. I don't agree. And I want my subscribers to understand fully that the 2508 is actually a true 8, okay? And what I mean by true 8 is that it's using the 8-inch cutout. See, the DD philosophy, the ESP, Evolution and Sound package, was to create stellar products that operate differently from the industry standard. It was to set a new industry standard. The current industry standard that's popularized up to this point, in which DD is far exceeding that, on an 8-inch is to use a 7 3/8 cutout. This is the DD 608. It uses a 7 3/8 cutout. In my opinion, it can compete with any 7 3/8 cutout subwoofer on the market today in output and sound quality. But what Joshua wanted to do was get past that. We have a lot of brands that will give you so many versions of the same subwoofer just by changing a couple of cosmetic features. And then it goes from version 1 to version 2 to version 3 to version 4, but they never ever give you anything that's going to increase the output of performance. Is it going to play louder longer? The output's going to be relatively the same because they're all using the 7 3/8 cutout. It's only so much you can do moving that much air. Well, what Joshua wanted to do was, this is an 8-inch. Why don't we just make the cutout 8 inches? And that's what you have in DD 2508. This is the DD 2508 with an 8-inch cutout. As you can see, you have substantially more cone area than you have with a 7 3/8 cutout. But it's still an 8-inch in that it has an 8-inch cutout. It's no greater than that. Of course, everything is increased, and thusly the greater performance. And also the reason why I feel this truly is the GOAT in this class. It's going to trump any 7 3/8 cutout out. But to dispel the notion that some manufacturers are trying to put out to attack DD as usual, who has always set the industry bar, they say it's a 10. Well, fellas, this is a 10-inch right here. This is a 10-inch with a 9 1/4 inch cutout. The industry standard for 10 inches is 9, 9.25, 9.125, 9.375. Somewhere with a 9 in it is what you use for a 10-inch cutout. This right here is a DDG5. You can see it is a 10-inch. It's using the standard industry size cutout, 9 1/4. As you can see, it's substantially bigger than the 2508. There are some 10 inches out there by manufacturers, and some that like to get on DD about their truth in sizing. They actually have 10 inches with a 10-inch cutout. They consider that a 10. They consider that a 10. Well, if that's considered a 10 with a 10-inch cutout, then this 8 with an 8-inch cutout is considered an 8. As you can see, there is a drastic difference in cone area from the 10 to the 8. Move this over here and set it to the side. There's also a drastic difference in the performance level. By utilizing the 9-inch cutout, this motor size is only 7 inches from one end to the other. 7.5 inches. No, 7 1/4 inches. Yeah, 7 1/4 inches. This motor size is 8 inches completely across. As you can see, a different performance level. This has a 2.5-inch voice coil. Most 10s utilize a 3-inch voice coil. So once again, when you look at it, using an industry standard cutout, just using an industry standard cutout, the 2508 is by no means a 10. This concludes the MB PSA informal information that you can use video on. Is the DD2508 really a 10? I think not. And any reasonable, objective viewer who uses common sense will agree. Nah, man, it's just a 8, a real 8, a big 8, a GOAT 8. Hey, get out my way. I will embarrass you. Stop playing with me. Stop talking about me. Until you get here, you ain't doing nothing. This concludes this tirade. Y'all be blessed, man.